onto the
Although, yeah,
this is,
nobody
in
has
my
stood at that
opinion,
level.
this is the real. This is
Yeah,
the
Salah.
real Bayern Munich versus Inter Milan is the real Champions League tie on this day.
I think it should be the other way around. So because it's happening in San Siro, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the real tie. One goal difference. Two teams that are in contention to win their leagues. They actually have a lot of work to do to win their league, considering the people that are behind them, giving them a real chase. So so they have to play this game. This is where think this is what I'm thinking. So Inter Milan will actually have to play this game, having it in mind that they can't slip up in the league. So they just can't put every single thing in here. Bayern, the same thing. They can't put everything and say forget about the league. Unlike Arsenal that put everything in Madrid first league and then forget about the league. And of course, even Stizzy is saying we'll finish second and win Champions League. Like right now, Champions League is what Arsenal could be looking at. But Inter Milan and Bayern Munich actually have a realistic chance of winning a double. Same goes for Barcelona, but Barcelona has taken care of their job in the first leg. So this return leg, you have Bayern that is trying to overturn just a single goal deficit. So it could be one own goal, it could be one penalty, it could be one deflection, it could be one fantastic goal. Whatever it will be, it will be. Like the margins these are fine margins. So in my opinion, this match day of the return legs for these quarterfinals, I think this is actually the match that is going to be
Yeah,
the most interesting.
yeah, it will.
for me in San Siro, it's actually a bit difficult to it will be a bit difficult for any team, and I put it out there: Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, to come to San Siro and beat Inter on that trough is going to be a very very hard task. Um, Bayern, I don't know if Musiala will be back for
I
their
don't think he'll
match
be back.
tomorrow.
He's not gonna be.
Musiala would have been the main center of uh would have been a pivot part of them getting a result in both leg, in my opinion.
I will see on that because his dribbles will
In
do
the first
something.
leg, I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, they tried, they this, they that."
But they tried
Like I
now.
said, that was the game plan for Inter. That was the game plan for Inter. Inter wanted the game to look like they tried, but Inter actually came to win. I said it before the game. I was saying it to a friend. I said, Inter are going to go into that game with a counter attack in mind. And I've said Bayern this season has not been good against teams that have been playing the counter attack. So it's just like I said last week, somebody that wants to die meeting somebody that wants to kill him. It's just a function of that. Yeah, and
A perfect
same
match.
thing is going
Match
to
made in
happen because
heaven.
Bayern, yes, Bayern now needs to score now. Now it's now in San Siro, so it's a bit more difficult. Defensively, I was telling somebody this morning. I said Arsenal has just been bragging about, oh, we've not considered 2 goals this season. Oh, we've not done this, we've not done that. I said Inter Milan too. They've been very defensive. We've got teams that are very defensive. You guys should move on from all these things and then give us trophies. We want you guys to win trophies. It's not a function of always coming to tell us you want this, you've not considered goal, you've not done this. Oh, we played unbeaten 40 games to play. What did you win with it? Nothing at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter. And
Okay.
that's the reason why I'm a little skeptical about Harry Kane. And I'm going to put this out
Oh
there.
Lord.
It might sound as controversial as possible.
Harry Kane hitting.
Bayern might still not win the league. I'm just saying that is Bayern might still not win the league. But let's move on.
I want to raise the fact that last season Inter Milan was in pole position. You know, they had the form of their life in the group stages, and they got to the round of 16, I believe, and magic. I'm just putting that out there, just for everybody to know that Inter Milan, despite the fact that they hold a lead, they
Yeah,
hold a
just three
slender
points.
lead. For all that you have said about missing Musiala, Bayern even especially with Harry Kane, have one of the most dynamic attacks in Europe. No questions asked. No, like that one is like it's set in stone. So I think it will be. I don't say it to be unfair. I don't normally all is fair in love and war in Champions League. I would say it's just. I would just say it's premature to discount them simply because of the fact that one we've seen Inter, disappoint us. Didn't they lose to Atletico last season? Yeah, they did. It was annoying. Why did they lose to Atletico? That doesn't make any sense.
How did they do strategy?
Who did they lose to last season that was weird? It was like Atletico now.
I don't even know. I can't remember who they even lost to
They
last
just
season.
disappeared.
I'm coming. Well, I'll just continue what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's premature that we discount Bayern in this run. They have good enough players to turn around time.
But no, but yeah, that's one thing. But then you have to take into
I'll
account.
stop hitting on Hurricane, sorry.
No, no, no. It's his life duty. It's his duty to hit Hurricane. We know that. Hit Hurricane aimlessly, and then Arsenal he points out their flaw to Henry consistently because Henry actually is delusional. So we need to do that part. But Hurricane is one that I never understood,
Stizy,
and I know that
Stizy.
if Bayern Munich does not actually succeed and they fall to Inter Milan, I know that for the next 75 years, Tunde is going to point out that Harry Kane actually had the chance to actually score that goal when it was nil-nil, and he hit the bar instead he hit the woodwork.
I won't even hold that. I was telling a friend. I said they might not win. They said, if it happens, then Hurricane needs to visit Nigeria for spiritual cleansing. I said, well, I won't be surprised because
We need to lay holy hands on him.
everything I'm saying about it is not. I'm not trying to be tactical. I'm just saying out of experience of what I've seen happen to Hurricane when it comes to getting close to winning a trophy. I've seen things happen to him, and then I'm just saying it might just happen again. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying that they have 6 points. Bayern Leverkusen that are supposed to be their closest contenders actually we are here and play a glass 0-0. They're not see goals score this weekend. So it's not as though the people that are chasing them are like Napoli. Like Napoli, I was going to actually mention that like Napoli actually looks like they found their feet somewhat. They actually won 3 goals. I watched the highlights. They should have scored more. So like Napoli is actually keeping up pace, which is why I say Inter Milan is even like this match is there. Like the people behind them are supposed to be keeping up pace. 3 points. The moment Inter Milan slips in the league, Napoli is there. Is there to take it. So it's something that will have to be tactical to know what are we going to do. Are we going to rest some players? Which player are we supposed to rest? Which one are we supposed to bring in here? How are we going to go all out? Like it's something that is and it's just a goal deficit. They recognize the fact that it's just a goal deficit. I don't think it's lost on them. It's one mistake. Oh, somebody clears the ball. The keeper is not in this post. He sleeps like Harper did back in the day. That Robinson scored in Tottenham. Tottenham Robinson a bit blackball from his own post. Just slipped. Ball enter net. One goal. It's not like the other ones we're talking about. Dortmund 4 goals too much. Aston Villa 2 goals means that the time they score one, people have to want to come back. Madrid 3 goals. We're talking about 1 goal. It's 1 goal, and the people that are playing against are actually contenders.
For the record,
Yeah.
when Namdi said they lost to Atletico, it was on penalty 3-2. I just went to check. Last season they lost to Atletico on penalties 3-2. So it's penalties.
In the round of 16, Abby.
In the round of 16, yes. They won at San Siro 1-0. They went to Spain and then they lost 2-1. And then they went on penalties and then they lost 3-2 on penalty, which can happen to anybody. That's It's not a function of Madrid won Atletico Madrid this season, not because they were better than Atletico Madrid in the penalty, even in the penalties, not because they were better. So, but I'm just stating the obvious that Inter Milan has been consistent over the last 3-4 years. They've been in terms of their defense, they've been delivering. In terms of their midfield, the attack has been the one that we can't really say. yes, the attack is good. Don't get me wrong, but like they don't. It's not very
It's not
100% in
reliable.
my opinion.
It's not reliable. Lautaro can decide to take an off day when he doesn't need it, just like that. Off week, off month.
So that you are kind of, I think you are definitely supporting what I'm saying, because all it took was one off day for Inter Milan to lose 2-1. The game that they held
It
this kind
wasn't
at
even
one
off.
point,
They
kind
even
of
with the
like a
2-1
lose
they
one
played
too.
well. It's for crying out loud. They didn't lose to Tottenham. They didn't lose to
Yeah,
Tottenham. They lost to
that's what.
Atletico Madrid. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Hey,
Uh,
how
Exactly.
did how did Tottenham get
The
into this?
caliber
What did
of a
Tottenham
team
do
like
to you?
Atletico
no, no, no,
Madrid
no, no.
mirrors that of Bayern Munich.
I'm just stating the obvious.
The caliber of a team like Atletico Madrid
All right.
mirrors
Okay.
that
No,
of
no, no.
Bayern Munich,
But you
and
know the style
my
of
point
play
still
of both
stands.
teams are different. One, I would rather play Bayern than play an Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid they are very those guys play like they were casted in Game of Thrones, and then they say come and play football after the Game of Thrones movie. They play like they, they play like I don't want to use the word animals. They play like animals. They play like their life depends on the game.
They are just very disciplined. They are very disciplined in the back, but they've adapted to football as it is, which is great.
I
So
can tell you for a fact that Arsenal would not beat Atletico Madrid 3-0 in that. No, I'm just saying Arsenal would find it hard. They're a bit more
Okay.
See,
defensive in terms of
Let's
discipline in the
let's leave
defense. They're
let's
different
leave
sleeping
now,
this
but
dogs
let
season.
us
are
just move
lying.
on.
Let's
Sleeping
leave
dogs
this
are
season.
lying.
it's
Wait,
like
Let's leave this
it's
season.
sleeping
like
dogs are
Okay.
lying.
So
Wait,
so
wait.
trouble.
No, 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 no.
Trouble was in
Somebody
the
said
corner. He went to
something.
go and wake it.
relax,
Sleeping
relax.
dogs are
Didn't see
lying.
anything. They are lying. Let
Sleeping
them keep
dogs are
lying.
lying.
Um, I want to
And they
ask.
get pooped.
He's lying. He's lying. Don't
Let
Relax. Let
them
them
just
lie.
lie.
let them
Let
let them
them
lie.
lie.